Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai haere mai, or no mai hoki mai if you've been tuning in this morning to a couple of our games that we've already streamed live already here on the Stream Shop. It's the 18s now. You may be saying, hey, if you've watched the last game, it was the same two teams, but this is now the 18s boys playing. It is the National Youth Tournament, New Zealand Rugby League, down here at Puketawhero, Rotorua. The sun is not out. The rain has gone away, which is great. We may see some great rugby league being played today. These are our older boys. There's some bigger bodies out here, that's for sure, and the contact is going to be big. We are still 20-minute halves, so it's going to be hard and fast. And this is the Wellington Orcas up against the Manawatu in the 18s. Again, there is so many opportunities for these kids and these players here now with all these league tournaments on. I know there's only one club in New Zealand, but if there's an opportunity that pops up somewhere else, we'd love them to go to the Warriors, but other than that, it's their choice on where they end up going. We're about to get to the kickoff here in a few seconds. The Orcas are going to be kicking off on my screen, running left to right up against this Manawatu team. The first two kickoffs we've seen today in both games, in the both 16 games. The hit up, they took the hit up and then they dropped the ball. So let's see if that trend keeps going today. These guys are your older boys. They should know and be better with it. But you just never know. It could be anything. Kickoff underway in this national youth competition. First kickoff here. Big contact. There's some bigger bodies in this one. You can tell they're older boys. Carry from the Manawatu players. Got to an edge. The 13 for Manawatu. The 8 now. He's carrying strong. Kanavatoa. Little tip on. Got to run hard. They are coming in line, the Orcas. They want to try and make a difference defensively. So if you don't run hard. Nice little shape, show and go. They're going down the outside here. Good start. Manawatu. Oh, he goes and forces the pass. The 7. Kitty makes a nice little break, shows the ball, but didn't execute that last pass to find his back row. But I think as he tackled him here, this is a nice little show and go here. Drop, dummy, goes himself, and then sneaks off down here. Just if he could just get, oh yeah, he's got his head in a bad position there, so he's going to have to come off the field. I don't think we'll see him again for the rest of the tournament. It would be HIAs. Very important with our young kids, and these guys are still young, is that we make sure that we look after their health and welfare first and foremost. This is a game of rugby league. This is the vehicle, it's the driver for anything. But at the same time, that is their welfare and that is their health. So hopefully he's okay after the hit mark. Orcas, here they come now off the ball. Big carries there already from the back 5. 4 Puketawhero from Wellington, the Orcas, and there's another big carry here from one of the bigger boys on the field. Great fight from the 8. Put them now in a great position. He's kicking this side of the field. I don't know if he should be kicking this way. Maybe he should go the other way. It's a big kick. I think he should kick it left, not... Oh, no, he's going to tap. All right, here we go. The Orcas back into it. 25. He is the biggest player on the field, and that's what he can do. Meturiki. That is a strong carry here. The 8 now carrying the ball. Fepulia. The ball just can't get that pass play on. Ref hasn't caught anything. He's still in the field. He's not going to sneak down. He's just short of the line there for the Orcas player. Play at the back, good line speed here. Comes off the line, puts pressure on the back row of the Orcas. Liela, short, plays at the back now. He's got a big run here that carries a 7. For Ave. Long pass. Still can't just get those passes right. So it's back to the middle of the park. Here we go. Into the back row's hand. He's going to look. Something's coming up here. Chucks the ball over the top. It's a rainbow pass. He might just kick the ball if he wants. It is the last. He's going to work himself out here. Offload. Here they go again. Back into the half's hand. And everything's just settled down really quickly. Just like that. And a great kick. I think he was pushed in the back. That's why there's a penalty. But that was a bit of a crazy passage of play there for the Orcas. Went from side to side, good little bit of skill, got to the halves hands and puts a nice little kick up. Unfortunately there for the Orcas, they pushed someone in the back and was unable to get the ball. Here we go now. Manawatu, ball in hand off a tap. Let's see what they do. Maybe a couple of shift passes just so you get away from the teeth of all these bigger boys. It's where they run straight into both of them. Okay, that'll do. Play on. Little skill here at 13. There's no comms at all. He wanted to drop him off, but the player wanted it straight. A big part of rugby league in any sports is to be able to communicate and talk. Set those plays up earlier. Now they put themselves under pressure. The Orcas are coming at them. Manawatu players are sitting on their heels now. Here they come, big boys. They're getting around the short side. He just wants to run over people. He is big, he is strong, and here they go again. In the short side, Marcus not square and just ducks under and scores an easy try like that. That is smart play from the Orcas player in that position there. They were loose off a big carry here. Look at them, still on the ground. The 3 still down. The 9, as all smart 9s do, gets across. He didn't manage to get onside. It's slippery, he slips, and then scores a nice try there. Hoani Richards for a nice easy try, well, a number 9's try there, I should say. Tough kick here from the outside. Let's see what they got. They're having a chat to the refs here. Big kick from the outside. Big kick here from the Wellington Orcas player. I think both teams have had their issues with their hands and their shape that they're running, a bit of miscommunication. Manawatu, they just knocked the ball on the wrong place of the field, which then put themselves under a lot of pressure, which now has them sitting on their trialing, having to defend a set. Here's a big kick from the sideline here. It's a nice strike. And a great kick in the end for the Wellington Orcas player. What a kick from the sideline. Perfect kick. Perfect kick. Wellington 6, Manawatu 0. He's a big boy that, I think he's the fullback, Solomona. That was a great kick from the fullback, Solomona. Here we go. Been all day, I think they're all borderline in front of the kickoffs like there. It's a nice kick to the corner there. Puts him under pressure. Long pass. Front rower. He's just got to wind up. Oh, get off me. He's been strong with his carries. Metoriki, sorry. That's a good carry as well. Down, up. Play the ball. Early runs, get your hands on the ball, use your feet, play. They're trying to slow it down. Nice little play of the ball. Quick elbows and knees. Good push support. The lock pushing. Ball in 2 hands, carrying the ball. Down, up. Pick the ball up, go again. He's been good around that 9. Richards. He's a key player on those quick play the balls on the back of those big boys. This is just going to go high in the corner. Compete. Get under it. Complete it. Catch. Nice catch there from the Manawatu fullback, Ratcliffe. It's a great take. They want to get back to the middle now. Get away from that edge. shift him. They're real tight. You can see where this winger is on our screen, Whānau. The 5, he's literally at the near post. He needs to be way out. So if they were just to go a cut-out pass across the face of to a half, and the half just tips it onto a centre wing like this, I know we've missed it on screen, but if they can just get a one little pass wider, there is opportunities. Manawatu getting back into their structures. They're all playing too deep. Luckily, they got some speed now. Getting him on the outside. He gets down there. Nice work. Good finish. Manawatu centre. Scaff. Good kick. Good chase. 1 line. Good strong carry there from the winger. Faitele for the Orcas. Another good strong carry from the fullback Solomon. Another good strong carry there from the other opposite wing, Jones. They're all having a carry here. They're all getting a little bit excited. The outside backs. None of these big boys have done anything yet, which is great. Now all the energy comes to these middle players. Here they come. You play short. You send the big fella back for the middle. That's what they wanted to do. Save up his energy. He's carrying his 3-4 in the tackle. Maybe a slow play at the ball, though. He's on his back. He needs to get up and try and get this ball out quickly. The 6 is waiting for the ball. No. Poro. Pass, skill, a lot of it's just lateral. Someone needs to straighten up. Someone needs to carry tough. It is the last. And a great defensive tackle there from the Manawatu 9 to stop that ball. Kōpua to stop that ball from getting out and them scoring a try. Here they come now. Sneaky short side play from the Manawatu player. Ratcliffe, he loves a little sneaky short play. He's done that twice now every time he's come down in this corner. Front door, back door, I can hear them calling, dummy, go yourself. Whoa, my life, there was a big hit coming from the lock as well. 13. Well, here they come again, they're winding up. They're getting stuck in now, this Hawkers team. On this Manawa team side, coming off their own try line. I think they're only 20 metres off the try line now. They made the 30-metre mark. That's that line in front of them. They need a kick long. They need to go long. He's got their kick away. Putting it in the corner, not a bad kick. Catches it on the 30. He's now on the 40. Bringing it back to the 50. Here we go now, Solomona with a nice carry there. Gets him back in a great position, and he's like a wiggly worm on the ground. Fights to play the ball. Great effort. Great intent. Great intent from Solomona, the fullback there, to get a penalty and earn his team field position. And here they go now, the big boys. They just wind up. And look at him go. There is no way they are stopping him from there. What a try from the big front rower in the Orcs team. You never see this in the game of rugby league. But over in New Zealand, this is what can happen. Wowee. They give it to the big fella. He just winds up and then backs his speed to run around the fullback. Unbelievable play. It was a 1-out carry. Normally you would think, all right, I'm going to run over the fullback. I'm 120 kilos. And I would monster him. But he backs his speed and takes him on the outside and scores a beautiful try for a front rower. Love seeing front rowers in space. Love seeing front rowers back themselves as well. Fapuliai. That was a strong carry from the bro. Another big kick here from the sideline. It's been a great half of football. If you're the Wellington Orcas team and coach, plenty to work on in the second half around just your fundamental stuff and the ball carrying and making sure you're organising yourselves and getting them in the right position. But otherwise, the scoreline reflects the better team at the moment. Manawatu have been coming off their try line most of this first half. There's only Just under 7 minutes to go. Big kick from the sideline. It looks good, but it's gone across the face of the post. Scores stay 10-0 to the Wellington Orcas up against this Manawatu team. Got the wind behind their back here, the Manawatu. If they can put this ball deep, maybe try and hit the ground and bounce and get a repeat or get a line drop out, put themselves in a position, they may be able to score some points here. They're still in the game, still early days. They score a try next. The momentum starts to swing around here for this Manawatu team. You can see in the background those flag poles just flying around. Wind is picking up. At least the rain has gone. That's the main thing. For all our whānau out there, they're standing on the sidelines with the umbrellas. Big kick here, nice and low. He's trying to find the ground. That is big. It's hit his leg. Substitute. He's got speed. He has speed. This kid, where's he come from? He's just come off the bench, I reckon. Ngarimu, Rewuti Ngarimu with the ball. That is a strong carry. I've only seen one carry from him and I like him already. I'm putting an asterisk next to his name. I want to see more Ngarimu. Here they go in behind the ruck, this Wellington Orcas team. They're just creating momentum. Where is he? Find him. Here he goes. He's sitting at the back here through the middle of the park. 13, he's got great skill. Ball playing, he got the ball in two hands. Good support around him. That was good. Plays at the back here. Across the face to the back rower. Back rower does him for feet. He's got to look for an offload around the corner. Play on. It goes in the Manawatu hands, unfortunately, for the Orcas when they just create a little bit of momentum. They had an opportunity there. He throws it away by trying to create an offload. Maybe if he had his time again, he'd hold the ball. Here we go. He's going to try and sneak down the outside. This is going to be the one where you want to try and stay in. He stays in the field of play. Manawatu coming off the sideline. Opportunity here for the Orcas. Hold on a second. There's someone crazy in the background. That's a fine. That you are going too fast. Anyways, we play on. The game don't stop for no one. Here come some of these bigger boys now for the Manawatu team. Wellington Orcas lining them up. Big kick coming up here. Short ball, running hard. Now they've got to go long. He's gone for the torp. That's a good kick. Hits the ground. Great little roll. Where's the chase? That's going to hold up. That is going to hold up. It does too. Here we go. Where's this chase through the middle of the park here for the Manawatu? There was an opportunity. He's off to the races. He's going to get caught from behind. The winger. Faitele. Here he goes. Centre coming in now. Four. He's coming for some play. The ball's getting some out. Here comes the outside backs again. This is where they started last time. The outside backs come in and get a job done. They make some meters through the middle of the park. They're not afraid to get in amongst it. Next winger coming in. He comes in for a carry as well. Jones. Every time those outside backs have come in, they've created momentum. They've worked themselves down the field really well. And here goes the Orcas now. They're in the position. 3 minutes, 32 to go. The back row. Oh, no. I'm liking the lock with his ball playing ability, having the ball in two hands and having numbers with him. The show and go. I'm going to put a name. I'm going to put an asterisk next to his name as well. I like him. Dante Ford Tuvaive.
Your trainer just needs to come off as a scrum. Trainer can't be on in a scrum.
Some great talent on show, guys. Whānau, this is our 18s grade. This is still our youth tournament here, National New Zealand Rugby League National Youth Tournament. We're watching our 18s boys, Manawatu versus your Wellington Orcas. Give themselves a position here now. They're going to come off. This is where Manawatu have been most of this first half, sitting inside their own half and trying to create a little bit of momentum down there. Radcliffe, he comes in, he takes a short side run again. They're getting it out wide to some of their bigger players. Great tackle low. There he is, Rewuti Ngarimu. Like what he's been able to do. He's fast, he's athletic, he's just come off the bench. He's brought that intensity. There goes the lock again. Big contact here. Nice tip on. And unfortunately there, that was a handover. Was the last play. They've gone down the short side and they're taking it. Here we go now. Ngarimu. He's a big, rangy player, isn't he? He's got some great feet and looks like he's moving well. Big, strong carry. He wants the contact. He ain't running anywhere else but straight into it. Look at him go. He's carrying strong there. Tui. Va'a Tui. Nice little short ball. Here's that lock again with that nice ball playing ability as he has. The 13. To Vaivi. Offload here. That's gone back, play on, you play to the whistle. Nice little left foot, ran straight into the shoulder of the opposition there. He's going to go down the short side, looks up, he's got some shape, shows short, shows long, goes himself. Go down the short side, and he manages to reach out, and they're going to say he was into touch. We're back into the action there. I thought, I don't know, maybe it's his other hand, his opposite hand that may have gone out, but unfortunately there, he has now gone out of play and gives Manawatu the ball, but again, there could be an incorrect play of the ball there. It's gone forward and then gone backwards. And that was the last play before half-time. The scoreline at half-time is 10 points to 0 to Wellington over Manawatu. We'll be right back with all the coverage of the second half.
We understand that our customer needs their plant and equipment up, running and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Using only world-class product from the likes of Bridgestone and Yokohama, there is no compromise for your valuable machines. Our attention to detail and precision is second to none. It's this customer experience that separates Pertec from the pack. Pertec will keep you operating.
Let's get you ready to go out there and have an epic rugby league game. But first things first, let's have a A simple warm-up is a game changer. Not only will it improve your performance, but it will reduce the chances of you getting an injury. And if you want to skip the sore muscles, don't skip the cool down. Now, tackling is a big part of the game, so don't cheat on the technique. A good tackle technique will help keep everyone safe. Collisions happen all the time, so it's important to know how to spot a concussion and what to do if it happens to you or a teammate. Sweet as, have a then go get into it.
This is some story right here! te whenua Aotearoa e tū. E te tai tokerau e tū. Hokianga kuku e tū. New Zealand stand up, this is our time.
No mai hoki mai as we just come back into our coverage. As you can see, the rain has now come in, and I said hopefully that it will go away. Well, it's not going away, whānau. It is back with a vengeance. It's the Wellington Orcas up against the Manawatu in the New Zealand Rugby League National Youth Tournament here. It's the 18s boys with the Wellington Orcas leading at halftime 10 points to 0. There's still an opportunity here. Still an opportunity here for this Manawatu team. If you're smart, if you're the coach for the Wellington Orcas, as you can see in the background, the wind's blowing down the field, so they've got an opportunity to maybe kick early and play down the other end of the field. That's what they did in the first half. Manawatu couldn't get out of their own half to be able to play any type of football, so the second half could be the same stuff as what they did in the first half, and complete high, kick down to the corners and make that Manawatu team come off their try line. See what they can do here. Manawatu to kick off in the second half here. Nice and low, finding the sideline if he can. Ball bounces straight into one of the Orcas' big boys. Five in the tackle to stop him carrying that. Get off me, he said. Another big carry here. Nice play of the ball. Good, strong decoy runner. Look at him go. They're in behind the ruck. They're just going to create momentum here. That's a nice draw and pass in great hands. Harema straight under the post. Not a bad way to start your second half if you're the Wellington Orcas team, and off the back of some strong carries here. And look at this, just in behind the ruck. Markers don't work hard enough. He comes back at an inside shoulder while they're going sideways, and all it was just being able to execute that last skilled pass, and it was an offload that passes straight back through the middle of the park where your 9 should always be. And there's a great try from your half right there. Palms Harema. Here they go again. It's Wellington 16, Manawatu 0. And I said if Wellington just keep continuing to do what they do and play the game down the opposite end, score points, they're obviously going to win the game. Don't look like there's too much intent, and we are, and you just come back into the second half. I don't see them in the picture yet. Now here they come, this Manawatu team. They're up against it. They're a tough team. Some big bodies out there, this Orcas team. But you've got to be out there and competing. If you want to be the best, you've got to compete against the best. I'm not saying these are the two best teams, but there is some big bodies in there. You've got to... Oh, my gosh. There is so many people offside behind the ref. It's not funny. It's the worst I've seen, and that kickoff tells the story of the day. Is that they are just not focused or in sync with each other, and now they're going to have to turn up and tackle these big dudes. Good luck. Wouldn't want to be out there today tackling some of these bigger bodies, that's for sure. Valisi carries this ball. Boom. There's only one way forward for him. There is only one way forward for him. Same thing again, sitting in behind the ruck. I like this guy's feet. Ngarimu. Rewiti Ngarimu. He's got great feet, great speed, leg speed. Here's a nice big carry. That's Taumalolo like that. Holy hicka, look at him go. Get off me, he reckons. Still fighting to play the ball. Lost a sock there. Nice little carry. Tip on to the big back rower there. Tui. They're going to come same way. Come same way here. Gets the ball into the 11. He ball plays. Hits the winger. If the winger was standing on the sideline. That goes into no man's land. Great option, just not executed, or the winger didn't know it was coming. Again, they're in the right field position though, the Wellington Orcas. They'll take away the momentum from this Manawatu team who sit off their try line and will continue to, if they don't get in there and take some carries. They need some of the outside backs to get in there, not these big front rowers. These big front rowers need to get a rest. Get those outside backs, get your wingers, get your centres. They're standing out, they're getting a cold. It's too cold to be standing out on the sidelines. And there's a good opportunity here. They try to get up and play the ball, hands all over it. And this is what Manawatu need. They need to get themselves out of this position on the field. I know even kicking this ball out is going to be tough. Korpua. Kick that out. Yep. Nice. Ball's out on the ground. As you can see in the background, there's a Warriors truck down there. So thank you, Warriors, for coming down. It's great to see them keeping an eye on what's going on in New Zealand. Our local talent. Warriors truck. Not the best year for the Warriors, but hey, there's plenty of opportunities here now in Auckland through the pathways. Your Harold Mats, your Jersey Flags, your SG Balls. The New South Wales Cup, your NRL, that's the pathway. That's where you can get in. There's academies as well. So if you can find a way to get seen, and these are these opportunities that you've been able to create for yourself, is an opportunity to showcase your talent and your skill. I'm on here jotting down some names as well. So hey, put on a performance, whānau. All I can do is pass a name on. Oh, nice contact there from Ngārimu. You might want to just be careful with where he puts his head there. He's a big body, moves well. Nice defence out wide here. The winger comes jamming in. Manawatu, they're getting driven back. Orcas are just all over them at the moment. They are finding it hard to create any momentum. The only momentum they're getting is when the Orcas do something silly like they're doing on the sideline there, or give away a penalty to give them field position. But it was a handover on the last. They give it to a front rower. This is the big thing around our spaces. We need halves standing up and owning these moments in New Zealand. So if you're a gun, half, 6 or 7, go and... Oh my life! Here it is! Welcome in, whānau. That is how you introduce him to the contact. And he just gets up smiling. He loved it. Something else big's coming. I can just feel it now. Someone's going to come flying out the line with a shoulder charge next. Here we go. That's a strong carry. That's perfect. Perfect from the winger coming in and around the ruck as they're getting a little bit angry through the middle of the park. Those Manawatu big forwards. You're just using your feet back on the inside shoulders. Here we go. Ngārimu. That is a strong carry in behind the ruck. I think they go short again. That winger is now coming inside the field. They're going to look out for the winger. No one's out there. Who's he going to pass to? He's going to go himself. Big contact there over the top from the Manawatu. He's going to go dummy. He has to go. He's going to go, but he's held up. That was an anticlimax. That's what that was. He went down to score. The opportunity was there, definitely was there. It was on, just couldn't get it over the top in the end. Good defence from the Manawatu boys around the ruck there. I need to see some of these outside backs coming to get a carry. Those big boys need to have a bit of a smoko. They need to have a little bit of a break. Get these outside backs in there, but you're not going to get forward running like that. You're going to have to run hard. His hands on hips all over the field for this Manawatu team. Need some outside backs here just to work hard. Oh, there's big contact there from the Orcas. Centre and back row. They are feeding some of these Manawatu players with their shoulders. Here we go again. They haven't made too much meters here. They've only made about 20 off their try line. Coming up to their 30-metre line now. Here comes their 30. They're all going backwards. Defensive line of Orcas are coming forward and meeting them with aggression. This could be the last. Don't know what they're going to do here. They're going to have to go for a big torp in this wind. That's going to hold up. Could go anywhere. Hits the ground. It could go into the hands of the Manawatu players. Play on. I reckon it's 6 again. Hold the ball. Here we go. 6 again. They come off the Orcas' foot. Play straight back through the middle where they're running back onside. Here we go. You've got to execute those passes. No one wants it. And just when things look good for the Manawatu boys in the right field position, they just couldn't execute a pass. Sorry about that, Whānau. Fly through my throat. Wasn't the best set, but they put up a torpedo, hits the ground, bounces straight into the winger's hand to get themselves an opportunity to attack the Orcas' try line, but unfortunately they pass the ball and hits the ground and no one really wants it. It's been mostly the story of the day for the Manawatu. Like, they arc up and it's ready to go when they want to put the contact on, but the football side of things, this is where it happens. It's rugby league. Here we go now. Wellington coming out. Solomona, he was strong, he's been good. Every time he's carried, the outside backs come in and done some work. Here we go now, some of these middles. Perfect weather for middle players. Evens out the game for us. You've got strong middle players. Out the back, run yourself, dummy go. There's outside men outside you. That's a nice run from Whaavai. Tip on back to the middle of the park. He's going to go for a little goer. That's perfectly weighted. And he's coming in. You had to commit. And Solomona puts himself in a position to chase that ball and comes up, trumps. Here, look at this kick. Gets the ball, puts it on a dime, straight through between the opposition. And that was a contest right there. It was either you or him. They were going to get the ball. And Solomona come up, trumps there. The fullback, you either want it or you don't in those moments. And Ratcliffe, I'm not saying it didn't want it, but Solomona wanted it more, and that was the result of a nice piece of play by putting a nice little grubber in, and then the kick chase, push through the middle of the park, is the recipient of a nice little kick through and scores a nice try, Solomona. Good player. Here he goes. He should throw this kick over. Nice kick there from Solomona. Takes this Wellington Orcas team out to 22 points to 0 against Manawatu here in this National Youth Tournament. 18s boys game this one is, Whānau. I was going to say it's a great day down here in Rotorua, but you tell me. The clouds are out, it's dark, it's windy, it's cold, it's wet. Most really perfect conditions for rugby league, to be honest. Manawatu, they're going to have to go for another tricky kick-off, but they're going to kick it straight down the teeth of him, and good luck here. Watch this carry. Here he goes off the back fence. He ain't slowing down for nobody. Look at him go. Oh, offload. Oh, here they go. Down the outside. What a carry. He's going to take him on. Ratcliffe of the defence gets him off. Oh, no.
How long?
Oh, my gosh. I was just getting all hyped there for a minute.
Couple of minutes.
And I think, no, and I know if he had his time again, the 3 for the Orcas, Fua would have just come back in instead of trying to take on that fullback. I love that he thought he could beat him, but understand when in this wet weather, you're going to get dragged out, and that's what happened in that instance. So, mean kickoff. Metuariki was huge off the back fence and then makes a break, gets a little tip on. They find their winger or their centre for, and then knock on, or no, goes out, sorry. And here they go now. They're going to have to do something different here, the Manawatu players. Like, no one wants to really carry this ball. Look at that. He's pretty much surrendering and allowing the Orcas just to ragdoll him around on the field. No one really wants it. They're not really running onto the ball. And when they're running, it's static. So that's why this Orcas team are getting stuck in. Not much shape going on. They don't know who's getting the ball. This fella has got his headgear on, but it's not even tied up. And they go put a kick in like that, which is disappointing for this Manawatu team. Here comes the reinforcements. Take them off. The big fella, he's back on. Scored an outstanding try, the 8. Fepulia, when he come on, he makes a difference. Watch this guy wind up. Sub's gone. Working in, number 17 comes on the ball. Tuingalu. They'll find him now. Here he comes. No. Give it to the opposite of the 18. Is on the field. Solomona. Elijah Solomona. I think he is signed with the Warriors, that kid, through the pathways. If I'm right. He's got a bright future. But it's great to see that there's some kids out here that are getting opportunities. Here they go now. Back through the middle of the park. They're 9. He's been good. Richards. Solomona is at... Oh, there it is. It's opened right up for him. It's like the Red Sea. It just parted. Unfortunately there. If we look at this, it opens up there. If he just pins his ears, just go at that guy there. No, he wants to come back off his right foot, and I think he knocks the ball on as he's trying to score the try there. Solomona. Yep, I think it is Elijah Solomona. Is signed to the WAS. And when I say signed, Whana, you only sign to like these pathway teams, eh? So it's still a great opportunity, because if you go well, you get to play in Australia and you get to showcase your talent. But you haven't made it yet. There is so much hard work that goes in. If you want to take on this life as a professional athlete, there's so much pressure. But there's also great opportunities. Here we go now. Manawatu, they're not really making too much meters here. They're going to try and sneak down the short side. Here we go now. He's going to gas him. To back yourself, kid. Offload, kick it along the ground. Someone jump on it. No, they've got it back here. The lock, who's been off most of the second half, has had a bit of a rest, is now back on the field. The centers, he's been good every time he's carried the ball. Tetevano. They've carried strong, the outside backs for the Orcas. There's 3 minutes 54 to go, and the wingers are coming in, and this is what's been the difference in these teams, is that when the opportunity comes for the outside backs to come in, they have made a big difference through the middle of the park. And we've got the ball playing ability. The big fella, he scored a try in the first half. Surely he's not going to run through the whole team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're trying to put him down. He's been good. Cut out pass, hits the 11, plays at the back, but doesn't really affect it. The bounce pass always beats everyone, this bounce pass. That's got to be a knock on now. The good old bounce pass, Whānau. That one normally pulls a lot of people out of structures. When the ball hits the ground, everyone stops and watches and thinks that something's going on, and then next minute there's a try in the corner, but wasn't to beat. The Orcas have played the game in the right field position, have put the pressure on this Manawatu team, and a lot of the time in both halves now for the Manawatu team, they have come out in the similar position here on the field where they've had to work hard from the backfield. And I said it earlier in the call that I would like to see their back 5 come in and take some carries, because they're putting a big heavy reliance on some of their middle boys who are bigger bodies that aren't really being effective, because they're only standing still when they're carrying. They're not even moving onto the ball. But if you got some smaller wingers or some smaller centres or some speed and footwork, get around the ruck and take on this opposition like the Orcas. But again, they're still inside their 20-metre line. The Orcas will just keep coming all day. They're catching the ball behind the head line, not getting over it. Orcas are just getting stuck into them. There goes the 20-metre line now. I think they've already done 3 tackles. Coming up here, this is going to be their 4th. They're not even going to make, they're just going to make that 20-metre line now. Everything's too far behind. He's putting in a grubber, and those things there isn't what you need. I know there's only minute 50 to go and they're down 22 points. But you got to come up with a better play than that. Too much traffic. It was less than 50-50 chance you're going to get that ball back. Only if it went through, you would have been better off kicking long and just trying to chase as hard as you can with a minute 30 to go now before the end of the game. And Manawatu, they got the ball back, fortunately for them, but they're still in the same field position. Some of those balls into the scrum, bouncing them. Big contact there. It was high. It wasn't Solomona, wasn't him. It wasn't him, but that was dangerous. That's why, here he goes. He's come off the bench. He's going to match it with some of the bigger bodies as well. Look at that. They ain't afraid, these Wellington Orcas front rows, that's for sure. And there's some big boys. There's just a lot of it is behind the ad line. When you want to be taking carries, when you've got a defensive line in your face, you want to be up a bit flat and running onto it a bit. Just a little bit flatter. They're all catching it far behind and playing deep behind the line. Nothing really happens. But that's a good play because they come flying up. There's an opportunity here. You've got to want that Solomon. He's going to shut the gates. I'll say it now. He is going to score under... No, I was going to say under the post, but there's another beautiful try from Solomon, who's been quality. He's been quality at the back of the field for them, and every time he's had an opportunity, look at that. He's a big boy for a fullback as well, and I'm sure this kid must play rugby union. He's got the mean dive at the end here, just gets low. Cheer. Beautiful try there from Solomona. I think it must be his brother in the same team, Elijah Solomona. Well, they both got the same surname. Maybe they're cousins, maybe they're related, maybe they're brothers. But they do have the same name. He's been good, dope. I think Solomona has been decent at the back. Every time he's touched the ball, he's looked threatening. Again, in this competition and in this weather and these conditions, it's the middle battle that's won most of these games. It's the one team that's lifted the contest, has taken it to them with their defence, more so than their attack, and then opportunities come off the back here. Big kick here. Perfect, and there goes the hooter, and that was a great kick from Solomona, which finishes the game. This game here, Wellington Orcas 28, Manawatu 0 here. The New Zealand Rugby League National Youth Tournament, the under-18 boys. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back again for the next game. Let's go.